going on, MMA fans? I'm back to do my UFC 87 review video. Solid night of fights, one of the best cards so far this year, and without a doubt, one of the best UFC cards we've seen so far this year as well. I'm going to run over the fights that I did predictions on, plus a couple other ones that we got to see on the pay-per-view. First fight of the night, Jason McDonald, Demian Maia. Demian Maia came out, controlled position, was able to get takedowns. Jason McDonald made it very interesting on the ground, made it very exciting for the fans. One great thing about this fight, and that I noticed, the fans were not booing this fight. Something that you've seen in other cities with the UFC. These fans were very educated. They knew what was going on. Demian Maia had a deep triangle choke on Jason McDonald, and Jason McDonald was able to withstand that, get out. But in the end, Demian Maia was able to get the back position in the third round and get a rear naked choke on Jason McDonald, and wins the fight via a rear naked choke. He looked awesome in this fight. He proved exactly why he's one of the best grapplers in the world. Competed at Abu Dhabi. He's absolutely disgusting on the ground, and he proved it. So let's move on to the next fight. Next fight of the night was Dan Evanson, Czech Congo. Czech Congo came out, used his reach, used leg kicks, used good footwork. Came in with a right, almost jab cross, and drops Evanson and finishes him out on the ground. Absolutely great display. Czech Congo, one of the top heavyweights in the UFC, and one of the top heavyweights in the world. If he's not in the top 10, he's definitely right outside of it. He's a very talented heavyweight. Look to see more great things from him as well. Next fight, Roger Huerta, Kenny Florian, a very highly anticipated fight. It did deliver. Kenny Florian came out with the game plan of make Roger Huerta come to me, make Roger Huerta make a mistake, and catch him. Kenny was using counter-striking. Kenny was using great wrestling technique, good in the clinch. His wrestling has gotten so much better since his fight with Sean Sherk. It was one thing that he definitely said that he would focus on more, and he showed it in this fight. He took Roger down several times in this fight, controlled position, controlled with his leg kicks, his punches, his combinations, and does well in every single round and pulls off the unanimous decision. Great fight. Definitely, to this point of the card, was fight of the night. If you haven't seen this fight, make sure you check it out. So Kenny Florian, unanimous decision over Roger Huerta. Next fight, Rob Emerson, Manny Gamburian, two guys from The Ultimate Fighter. Rob Emerson came out, Manny Gamburian came out. They both came out swinging. Manny made a mistake. Emerson caught him, follows him to the ground, and then pops him with another left jab and knocks him clean out on the ground and wins in 12 seconds via TKO. Wow. Knockout of the night for sure. Definitely going to be a candidate for knockout of the month. And Rob Emerson looked great in this fight. We'll see great things from him in the future. Next fight, Heath Herring, Brock Lesnar. A fight that I definitely got a lot of flack for in my pick. And like I stated in my predictions video, the reason that I picked the way that I did is Brock Lesnar is still a baby in the sport. Brock Lesnar is still continuously getting better. But he proved to all the naysayers, he proved to me, he proved to anyone that had any questions about him, and he deserves the respect because he came out and he did exactly what he needed to do in this fight. One thing that he did that was great, and one thing that I loved that he did in this fight, was he did not allow Heath Herring to be explosive off the bottom. He did not allow Heath Herring to be squirmy. That's one thing about Heath Herring that he does well in fights, is he squirms. And that's where I saw that he might give Lesnar some trouble, and why I picked the way that I did. But Lesnar controlled position. He came out in the beginning of the first round with that beautiful right hook, dropping Heath Herring, almost knocked him flush out, and just controlled position for the whole fight. Brutal ground and pound that he had, and he wins the fight via unanimous decision. Great fight. He looks solid, and watch out for that guy because he is definitely one of the most athletic guys at heavyweight in the world. Next fight, main event, George St. Pierre, John Fitch. Anyone that had any doubts about GSP, anyone that had any doubts about John Fitch, they were erased in this fight. John Fitch proved, and exactly like I said in my video, that he was not getting enough credit in this fight. He showed why. GSP came out, proved the naysayers wrong about his stand-up, that he didn't have knockout power, that he didn't have this, that he didn't have that. He almost dropped Fitch 3 to 4 times in this fight. And I can't remember what the count was. It was at least 3 times he had Fitch rocked good, maybe 4. Was able to come out. He took John Fitch down. He controlled John Fitch. John Fitch, a couple points in this fight, had good takedown defense. Had good, was good in the clinch, but never got anything going. GSP controlled him with the punching, controlled him with the combinations, controlled the takedowns, controlled positioning, controlled everything. Fitch held on in this fight. He looked great. And when I say he looked great, he had some of the best recovery we've seen in MMA, and definitely some of the best recovery we've seen in MMA. The best recovery we've seen in MMA and the best recovery we've seen in the UFC so far. He pulled some of that out of his rear. I mean, wow. And a lot of people can compare what he did to some of the fights that, you look at Minotaur Nogueira, Big Nog, back in the day, was able to withstand so much punishment. But Fitch, any other fighter in the welterweight division, some of the shots that he took would have packed their bags up and would have been gone. Fight over, done. John Fitch proved that he is a tough dude. He is not a pushover. He definitely deserves to be in the welterweight division. He definitely deserves to be a top welterweight, and he will be back. He is a guy that will refine his training, will come back better and stronger than ever, and look to see great things from him. But George St. Pierre pulls off the unanimous decision. Like I said, controlled every aspect of this fight. Striking, the ground game, everything. He looked solid. So, like I said, great night of fights. Leave me some comments, constructive, negative, positive. And on that note, you guys, have a great day.